I promise you. I promise. I understand the deck now. Last time I did a profile of my Magnet Warriors, I was misreading the Electromagnets, where I thought you could summon any Magnet Warrior, you know, level 4 or lower, but it's actually level 4 Magnet Warrior. As such, the addition of Delta the Magnet Warrior from Raging Tempest not only helps this deck out a lot, but you have a lot of options. You have a lot of things you can do. And I have plenty of things I can tell you guys, and I like the way my deck is built, but I have alternate suggestions for you guys in case you don't like my build. There's another build you can do that also works really well as well. I'll let you guys know what that is when the time comes. But I think that out of all of my decks that I have right now, this is probably my favorite competitively because I feel like it's the most fluid. I don't think I ever have a time where I brick with this deck. I think the only thing that could make me brick is if I don't get a single monster. And with the ratio I have, if I don't get a monster, that's really rare. Like, it's rare. So we have a deck profile, reprofile of my Magnet Warriors with Delta the Magnet Warrior support. And it's probably my best deck I have right now. Yo, what's up guys? PKSparkxx here, and welcome to this deck profile for my Magnet Warriors 2017. If y'all enjoyed this video, demolish the like button for me and help the video to exceed 500 likes. Share the deck profile around with your friends and let them see another person's insight on this build. But without further ado, we're going to start off with something that every Magnet deck needs to have, and that's triple Alpha the Electromagnet Warriors. Alpha the Electromagnet Warrior, level 3 monster. First of all, every card in this deck are Earth Rock types. Earth attribute Rock types. They are all that way. They have to be for a lot of plays to work, but they are, so don't worry about it. But Alpha Electromagnet Warrior, they all have an effect. All the Electromagnet Warriors have an effect where on your opponent's turn, you can tag them out, you can tribute this monster, send it to the graveyard, and special summon a level 4 Magnet Warrior from your deck. So you can go out into Alpha the Magnet Warrior, Beta the Magnet Warrior, Gamma the Magnet Warrior, or Delta the Magnet Warrior, who was just released in Raging Tempest. So when he is summoned, he allows you to search your deck for a Magnet Warrior, basically the big boss monster, either Valkyrion or Berserkon. Berserkon is the Magnet Warrior that works for the Electromagnets, and Valkyrion is the Magnet Warrior that works for the vanilla magnets. So now we're moving on to triple Beta the Electromagnet Warrior. 1500 attack and defense. When he is summoned, normal or special, he allows you to search your deck for any Magnet Warrior and add it to your hand with the same tag out effect as Alpha the Electromagnet Warrior. And then we're going to have triple Gamma the Electromagnet Warriors. Gamma, when he is normal or special summoned, he allows you to special summon a Magnet Warrior from your hand, level 4 or lower. So if you want to make a double play and have two monsters on the field that you can tag out during your opponent's turn for either a Delta or put out 2 vanillas on the field, those are your options right there. So these Electromagnets allow you to thin your deck out of cards that you don't want as a dead draw. And when you get that, it's like, it's quick, it's butter. You know, like you just go in, it's real smooth, and you can make your plays. So now the card that works for the Electromagnets is triple Berserkon the Electromagnet Warrior. I like this card because actually, why would I like this card? It's 3,000 attack points, a level 8 Earth Rock type monster, 2,800 defense, and he has a plethora of amazing effects. You have to banish 1 Gamma, 1 Beta, and 1 Alpha the Electromagnet Warriors from your hand, field, or graveyard to special summon them. So you summon them similarly to how you would the ABC Dragon Buster, which is, you know, why they were released together. When Berserkon is on the field as many times as you want, you can banish your Electromagnets. Any Magnet Warrior, actually. You can banish the Magnet Warrior and destroy 1 card in the field. So let's say you've had a few good turns of just thinning your deck out and dropping your Magnet Warriors to the graveyard. You have like 5 on the field and you summon Berserkon. Get rid of anything problematic and do your work. Now, because you're banishing those monsters, you can also pack Pot of Equivalence in the deck if you want some draw power. You can pack Buried from a Different Dimension if you want to return them to the graveyard and banish them again for more destruction with Berserkon. But those are your options. But Berserkon has an effect. When he is destroyed, you can target 1 Gamma, 1 Beta, and 1 Alpha, that's the Electromagnet Warriors, that are banished, and special summon them. And then you get all those effects. With Gamma, you can special summon a Magnet Warrior from your hand. With Beta, you can search for a Magnet Warrior. And with Alpha, you can search for a Magnet Warrior. So great. They're freaking great. They're great. They are great. And I should mention, all of the Electromagnets are level 3. We have a lot of rank 3 overlay plays we can make, such as Gamma into Alpha, Search, and then overlay immediately into Gorgonic Guardian. But I'll go over all of those when we start talking about the extra deck, because the extra deck is fluid AF. But right now we're going to go into these. We have double Alpha the Magnet Warrior, double Beta the Magnet Warrior, and double Gamma the Magnet Warrior. So 2 of each vanilla. Now, with Delta the Magnet Warrior, I'll get into that. I'll get into him in a little bit. But with Delta the Magnet Warrior, you actually probably don't even need any of the vanillas. What you could do is substitute all of the vanillas for the Kawakimirus that I had before. Kawakimiru Guardian, Kawakimiru Overlord, and Kawakimiru Sandman, or Kawakimiru Wall, the one that negates spell. The Kawakimiru Wall negates spells, Sandman negates traps, Guardian I believe negates effect, and Overlord negates a summon. I think that's how I have it right. So you can substitute them for any of those because they're still level 4, and you can summon them quickly with Ties of the Brethren, and that allows you to negate stuff that your opponent may want to do. So it's not a bad option. But personally, I am a fan of vanilla decks, like, you know, like something that can stay in the archetype. And I mean, I like the Magnet Warrior because I have options for these cards. Like, they're not dead in here because I have rank 4 players I can use with them. Mind you, I can do the same thing with the Kawakimirus, but if I'm using the Kawakimirus, I want to use them for negation and not just overlay plays, you know. So I like to have them in vanillas for that reason, and not to mention I have a polymerization play. I'll get into that in a little bit, but I like having them. And there's actually, I want y'all to know, there have been times where I've actually been able to summon this card. I have triple Valkyrion, the Magnet Warriors. Now, it's probably the worst Magnet Warrior. It's probably the worst card in this deck because you have to have one of each vanilla Magnet Warrior in your hand or on the field. They don't work from the graveyard, and you have to tribute them in order to summon them. And you can tribute Valkyrion to summon the Magnet Warriors from your graveyard. So it's not a bad quick way. Like, let's say you have all 3 in your hand and Valkyrion, you can send all 3 to the graveyard, summon Valkyrion, then tribute it, bring back the Magnet Warriors from your graveyard, and you can go to a rank 4 play. Or you can, I don't know, you can do anything. You can attack if you want. You can do a lot of things with it. But the reason why I won 3 now is because of Delta the Magnet Warrior. And not to mention the fact that I can summon him by his hand. I can fuse Valkyrion. I have uses for Valkyrion. I have not had a situation where drawing Valkyrion was a brick, because I can also use Valkyrion if I really don't want it. I can use it for trading fodder and draw 2 cards. So it's a great card. It's absolutely a great card to have at 3. It has not bricked on me yet. I can't say it has. And this card, you guys are probably waiting on this one the most, but we have triple Delta the Magnet Warrior. This card is wild. Earth Rock type monster just like the rest, but this one is 4 stars, so you can tag out any of the Electromagnets for Delta the Magnet Warrior. When Delta the Magnet Warrior is normal or a special summon, you can send one Magnet Warrior to the graveyard. So this can give you the tools you need as either destruction fodder for Berserkon, or it gives you the tools for gives you the tools to use magnetic field, and you have Delta on the field and special summon the one you just sent to the graveyard. You can special summon Gamma, and then from your hand you can special summon Alpha. Alpha will let you search a Magna Warrior, and then you can probably special summon Berserkon if you have all the tools necessary. So it's a lot of quick plays you can just make because of Delta. And Delta gets even better. Like I said, you can tag him out and summon him from the Electromagnet on your opponent's turn. And when Delta the Magnet Warrior is sent to the graveyard, you can banish any 3 Magnet Warriors except for Delta. So you can banish any of the Electromagnets or any of the regular magnets. Vanilla magnets, I'll say. You can banish them, and you can summon Valkyrion, the Magnet Warrior, from your hand or deck, ignoring summoning conditions. It's just, you just do it. So you get a 3850 defense, 3500 attack monster on the field just because of Delta the Magnet Warrior. You banish any of them. Now, the reason why we have Delta and you have more ways to banish your monsters is the reason why I say you might want to run Pot of Equivalence or Beauty from a Different Dimension. But I haven't felt the need to do so. As a matter of fact, I feel like that would be more of a deck, because of how the way this deck plays, I feel like that would be more of a deck draw than anything, so I don't play it. You could. It's an option for you. I just don't. But Delta the Magnet Warrior is a great tool, and that's actually, it makes it to where you can run the vanillas and they're not so bad, and it's great. Like, yeah. So I like my monster build right now. And how many monsters is that? Actually, let me count it. I don't even know how many monsters do I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 monsters! That is wild. 24 monsters in this build. Now, with Raging Tempest, I have been asked a lot, why don't you add Fusion Recovery Plant? Because how much I like fusing. And they're not wrong. But you know what? Magnetic Field is way too good. Magnetic Field is a really tricky card. It has both offensive and defensive options. On your turn, if you control a level 4 or lower Earth Rock type monster, doesn't even have to be a Magnet Warrior. But if you control a level 4 or lower Earth Rock type monster, you can target and special summon one level 4 or lower Magnet Warrior from your graveyard. So, like I was saying earlier, with Delta the Magnet Warrior, let's say you summon that, and you can send any Magnet Warrior to the graveyard. You can send Gamma, Beta, Alpha, or you can send a Vanilla. You can even send Delta if you want to do that. And then you special summon, you activate Magnetic Field, and you special summon the Delta or whatever you may send to the graveyard. From there, you can do a rank 4 play if you summon a Magnet Warrior. You can start summon Gamma and then special summon an Electromagnet Warrior from your hand and make a rank 3 play right there into Gorgonic Guardian. You can go out into Diamond Direwolf if you need it. And it's just like, just listen to this. I just summoned 4 Electromagnets in one turn. Summon Delta, send Delta. I'm sorry. My cat's here. Can you go? I'm talking Yu-Gi-Oh. Anyway, Magnetic Field is just a really quick way to recycle your Magnet Warriors really quickly. Because what is it? Like I said, you can drop Delta. You can summon Delta, drop Delta, and then you can special summon Delta into a rank 4 play, or you can send Gamma, then special summon Gamma into Alpha. Okay, so not 4, 3, but still 3 monsters out of my deck immediately. And you can send anything you want, any Magnet Warrior. So it's just great, like Delta, or let's say you already have done that, and you can just bring back a Beta that you used, special summon it, search Alpha, special summon Alpha. And then get out on Berserkon, and then special summon Berserkon. Quick. Easy. Yeah. So I'm telling you, Magnetic Field, like, don't get me wrong, Fusion Recovery Plant or Fusion Recycling Plant, whatever it is, would be good. But I think Magnetic Field is way too good for utility to get out of this deck. And not to mention the secondary effect, if an Earth Rock type monster you control battles a monster and then is not destroyed, return it to your opponent's hand. So if they have something that is husky, if you can take the hit, you can attack it, return it back to your opponent's deck or hand, whatever it is. If it's special summon, then extra deck or whatever, return it, and then you just attack. You just do whatever you want. You get rid of the problem. So even defensively, if you have nothing else to do but you have Magnetic Field in the field, you can set a Magnet Warrior, they battle it, your monster gets destroyed, but then the monster that destroyed it gets bounced back. So Magnetic, it's just too good. It's way too good. And just like I did with my Crystron deck yesterday, I only run 1 Terraforming. That way I kind of have 3. But it's a way to thin out my deck, so I pretty much have a 39 card deck, because if I pull Terraforming, I can just search out Magnetic Field and take out a card of my deck. So, I mean, I like it like that. Now, I feel like a lot of people are going to question this, but I have 3 polymerizations. Why? Because I do a lot of fusing with this deck. With the Vanilla Magnets, I turn up First of the Dragons. With Berserkon and Valkyrion, I turn up Empyrean the Magnet Warrior, which is the big boss monster for this deck. I will harp about him in due time. But, what is it? Polymerization, I don't mind having 3 of them. I always have something to fuse. If I don't have Vanillas on the field or in my hand, then I most likely have Berserkon and Valkyrion, or I'm ready to. So I get it to my hand quick. And I only have 1 Fusion Sage. Similar to what I do with Terraforming, I have Fusion Sage, so I can search out a polymerization and thins out my deck. So I'm pretty much playing with a 38 card deck after Terraforming and Fusion Sage. So now moving on into Ties of the Brethren. This card is a little tricky to use, but I read something that is actually really This is my cat. She clearly wants to be in a video, but she doesn't like being held like this. Let me put it down. Stop jumping up on me, kitty. No. Ties of the Brethren is a card that's really tricky. But one thing that I know that I don't know if a lot of people know, but it says that, like, there are a lot of cards that says you can, like, Pot of Avarice. You activate Pot of Avarice, and you can't special summon the same turn you activate Pot of Avarice. But the way Ties of the Brethren works is, you pay 2,000 life points, and then you target a level 4 or lower monster you control. For the rest of the turn that this card, after this card resolves, For the rest of the turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters. Also, special summon two level 2 monsters from your deck with the same type, attribute, and level of that monster with different names from your deck. With different names from each other and that monster. So, Ties of the Brethren is made for this deck. It's not actually made for it, but it's made for this deck. Let me explain. You special summon Gamma the Magnet Warrior. Gamma the Electromagnet Warrior, I should say. You special summon. Blah, blah, blah. You summon Gamma the Electromagnet Warrior. You use the effect to special summon Beta the Magnet Warrior. You search out any Magnet Warrior that you want. You can search out Delta. You can search out the Vanilla. You activate Ties of the Brethren. You pay that 2,000 life points. You special summon 2 level 3 Earth Rock type monsters that are different from the monster that you selected. So let's say you select Gamma. You special summon Beta, and you special summon Alpha the Magnet Warrior. Now, each of the Electromagnet Warriors, you can only use that effect once per turn. That's something to note. So if you special summon Beta, you can't search for another Magnet Warrior again. But you can search for a Magnet Warrior thanks to the Alpha that you just summoned. And then you end your turn. You have 4 monsters on your field on the first turn that you can tag out and thin your deck from 4 monsters. So on your opponent's turn, they do whatever they want. Let's say they activate Raigeki and close your field. They have made a big mistake. You tag out every single one of your Magnet Warriors. Your Electromagnet Warriors. You tag them all out. Send them to the graveyard. You special summon Alpha the Magnet Warrior, Beta the Magnet Warrior, Gamma the Magnet Warrior, and Delta the Magnet Warrior. Because you can tag out any of the Electromagnets for a level 4 Magnet Warrior from your deck. You tag them all out to the field. They get destroyed. Delta the Magnet Warrior's effect activates. You banish any 3 Magnet Warriors from your deck, from your graveyard. You banish any 3 except Delta the Magnet Warrior. So you can banish the vanillas you just sent to the graveyard. And you special summon Valkyrion to the field in defense mode. 3,850 defense. They're going to have to work hard to get over that. Now, they can get through it with like another Raigeki if they bring it back somehow with like a set Magician of Faith or something. But overall, you're not going to be able to, it's a really good way to just keep monsters on the field. And if you have Magnetic Field on the field, then if they attack it for whatever reason, they actually get over it, then their monster gets bounced back. So it's really safe. It's a really good play. Ties of the Brethren opens up so much. Let's say you have the vanillas. You activate, actually you probably don't want to do the vanillas, but let's say you have the vanillas. You can special summon the other ones out of your deck to get them to thin out your deck even more, and you summon them in defense mode. And then you activate Magnetic Field, so that way if they attack, they get bounced back. And you can set, and you can pass from there. Or you can even use the vanilla, you can summon Alpha, and you can summon like Gamma and Delta. And then use Deltas. I actually forgot to mention this. Delta's special summoning effect, when a special summon, you can send a Magnet Warrior from your deck to the graveyard. So that means that from the first play, from the Electromagnets, you have just sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 monsters that you don't really need in your deck or don't really need to draw to the graveyard. And from there, you're ready to recover them, you're ready to draw your spell cards, you recover them with Magnetic Field, you get the special summoning effect, you can banish them for Berserkon, you can get out Imperium. It's so good. It's so good. And of course, you're thinning your deck of all the monsters you don't really need in your hand. Do you see? Ties of the Brethren allows you to do that. All you need is Ties of the Brethren and 1 Electromagnet, and you can get out at least 3. If you have Ties of the Brethren, you have Gamma, and you have another Electromagnet in your hand, you're getting out 4. Like, you're getting out 4. It's the best play. I think that having Gamma, any Electromagnet, and Ties of the Brethren in your hand is the best opening hand for you with this deck because it allows you so much. If you have Magnetic Field in your hand, even better. Even better. But yeah, that's Ties of the Brethren for you. That's Ties of the Brethren for you. It's if you're running a Magnet deck and you're not using Ties of the Brethren, you're playing it wrong. So now we're moving into some draw power for this deck. We have Trade-In right here. Trade-In is a really good card. This card, 1 level 8 monster, and you draw 2 cards. And because I have 8 of them in my deck, if I ever have a situation where I don't want any of them, I can just drop Trade-In and just send it to the graveyard because I don't really need you right now. I need something else. So it's really nice. I used to run two powder dualities, but because of Ties of the Brethren, because of how much I like to special summon, I found that this card can be kind of iffy at times. So, I mean, there's been times where I've held on a Powder Duality for like 3-4 turns because I'm a special summoning on the same turn with Magnetic Field and whatnot, you know? It's like a real situational card, but at the same time, if you don't have anything, let's say you actually got unlucky and you actually pull 3 Valkyrions and 2 Berserkions, it's like you can't do anything with that. So you get Power Duality and you just say, all right, let's see what I can do, because I can't do anything else. Because, I mean, yeah, any deck can break. As much as a deck can be fluid, it can break. You guys remember uploaded a video to Twitter where I talked about, my last duel. And when I started the duel, I had Dark Magician, Dark Magician, Dark Magician, Magician, Dark Illusion, Bottomless Trap Hole. And then I drew nothing to get out my Dark Magicians. So I bricked hard. Any deck that's fluid can brick. So Power Duality can't help in that regard, but I like it because why not? I used to want hand destruction, but with everything else that I have, I don't really need hand destruction. I feel like I can send my own cards to the graveyard now. I have more ways to send my cards to the graveyard, so I don't need hand destruction. So Power Duality is there. And the last card, this goes with the Ties of the Brethren play. Remember I just said you just sent all those cards to the graveyard? If, for whatever reason, you want to use that effect again, and you want to make some overlay plays with Golgotha Guardian, and whatever you want to do, Soul Charge. It's risky, because you pay a lot of life points. Let's say you want to summon all 4, and after Ties of the Brethren, if you summon 4 monsters from your graveyard, you're left with 2,000 life points. But you can summon Gamma, Beta, Alpha, Delta. You can send one Magnet Warrior to the graveyard. You can special summon another Magnet Warrior from your hand. You can search a Magnet Warrior, and because they'll summon at the same time, you can choose the chain. So let's say it's like this. You chain Alpha, and then Beta, Alpha first, Beta second, Delta third, Gamma fourth. So let's say you search out a Magnet Warrior, you search out whichever one you may need, whether it's Berserkon, probably Berserkon. Let's say you search out Berserkon. And then you use Beta's effect, you search out any Magnet Warrior from your deck. Let's say you search out another Delta. And then Delta on the field activates, you send anyone to the graveyard. You can send another vanilla Magnet Warrior to the graveyard. And then Gamma activates, and you special summon the Gamma that you just used. Actually, real quick, think about it. Can you only use one effect of Delta per turn? You can only use each effect. Yeah, you can only do that. So you can't send another one to the graveyard again. But what you can do is overlay the. Dang it, cat! You know what? I'm just gonna let it chill. I'm just gonna let it chill. But anyway, you can overlay the deltas into a rank 4 play, whether it's Steel Swarm Roach. I love Steel Swarm Roach because if your monster summons a level 5 or higher monster, you can negate it. Just say, no, I'm not going to let you do that. You can go out into Diamond Direwolf and get rid of something that's problematic on the field. You can go out into, who else do we have in here? That's level 4. I have this another thing. You can use Ties of the Brethren. I actually completely forgot about this because I just added it. But you can use Ties of the Brethren into Shockmaster in number 16 Shockmaster, and that requires 3 level 4s. But again, you can use you can use Soul Charge, bring back 3 level 4 monsters, and overlay all 3 of them into Shockmaster. You can also go out into Go Goliath. You can overlay the deltas into Go Goliath, and you detach, and you can target one level. You first detach and then target one level 4 monster. So you can detach a delta, bring a delta back to your hand. But because delta was sent to the graveyard, you can banish any 3, and because you have a free spot in your field right now, you can summon Valkyrion. What do you want? What do you want? Like, come on, it's ridiculous what this deck can do. So Soul Charge helps you out with so much. It's a real like contingency plan, like kind of like how Dragon's Mirror is in Dragon decks, but it helps. Soul Charge, I love this deck so much, man. Now my trap cards aren't that hard. They aren't much. You guys could probably tell from the amount of spell cards I have. I don't really rely on traps. As such, Word of Decree shuts my opponent down. I don't need them. I mean, mind you, I do have another trap. You guys probably, if you guys already know my profiles, you already know what card I always save for last, because if you don't have it, you're playing the deck wrong. You're playing the game wrong. If you don't have Solemn Warning in your deck, you're playing it wrong. You're playing it wrong. But yeah, those are my only traps. I don't have anything else. Just 2 Word of Decrees. I might bump it up to 3, but right now 2 has been smooth for me. And Solemn Warning, because you always want to be able to negate a summon. You never know. You never know. So yeah, that's my back row. The extra deck, like, even though I love the main deck, the extra deck is so much love. If you get out Empyrean Magnum, the Superconductor BattleBot, you are in a very good place. Let me tell you why. Let's say it's mid-game. Let's say you had that opening play I told you guys about earlier. So you got Gamma in the beta, Ties of the Brethren into 2 more, and then you tag them all out. The next turn, because you summoned all the alphas, you are set up to summon Empyrean Magnum. You need to use Polymerization, obviously. What is it? And you need to use Valkyrion and Berserkon. You can't substitute. It has to be Valkyrion, it has to be Berserkon. With that said, Empyrean Magnum comes out 4,000 attack, 4,000 defense. Easy. Easy, easy. And his effect is glorious. If your opponent activates anything you don't like, you say no. Matter of fact, let me just read it just to make sure. Once per turn, during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a spell, trap, or monster effect, you can negate the activation if you destroy it. There's no cost. You just say no. I don't like it. Get rid of it. No, you're not activating it. Now, let's say your opponent is good in your place where they can bait you out. Let's say they activate, I'll use my Crystron deck for example. My Crystron deck could bait out the activation with Swords of Concealing Light. So then you don't want Empyrean face down because he's an attack when he's powerful. So and you want to be able to negate. So why would you? So you could bait it out and just say no. Now they could allow it, but then it's face down and you're allowed to do whatever you want because its effect isn't active. So let's say Empyrean Magnum negates Swords of Concealing Light from my Crystron deck. And then, like I did in the last duel, I told you guys about, if you guys missed that deck profile, make sure you guys check it out. Link to it is in the description below. But let's say I summon Quirion Gandrax, and I banish Empyrean Magnum. Because I don't have Armory Arm, I can't beat over it, but I can get rid of it. I banish Empyrean Magnum. If Empyrean Magnum, it leaves the field by an effect in any way, whether it's banished, whether it's destroyed, if it's not beat over by battle, if it leaves effect by any effect, you can special summon from your hand or deck, ignoring summoning conditions, Valkyrion, the Magnum Warrior, with 3,500 attack and 3,800 defense, and Berserkon, the Magnum Warrior, with 3,000 attack, 2,800 defense, and can destroy cards in the field by banishing Magnum Warriors. You get 2 powerful monsters for the price of 1. Now, let's say that you never properly summon Berserkon. That means all those Magnum Warriors are still in your graveyard. You can banish with Berserkon, or let's say worst case scenario, Berserkon is destroyed because they can't get over, Quandash can't get over Valkyrion, but let's say Crystalline Potential's on the field, so he's at 3,300. He gets over Berserkon. Berserkon effect activates, and if you have any Electromagnets that are banished, for whatever reason, you never know, because I don't think by this point you would have had it banished, but let's say you do, you can special summon them all to the field. Let's say that on your turn, you still have Valkyrion on the field. You can tag out the Valkyrion you just summoned, and you can get back the Magnum Warriors that you sent to the graveyard. Now, unfortunately, because the Magnum Warriors weren't properly summoned, when they're sent to the graveyard, they're gone. Like, you could probably bring them back if you want to run something like Jar of Avarice, like I do in my Crystron deck, but I mean, they're gone. And to be honest, if you don't win if you have all these cards in your deck and you don't win, you have to recycle in order to win. You probably weren't meant to win that duel, But Empyrean Magnum is such a powerful card. You can negate something. If they get over it by card effect, then you can special summon the Magnum Warriors, and from there you can go down. It's a trickle effect. But this is the big boss monster. And to be honest, the cost to get him out is ridiculously easy. All you need is Polymerization and Valkyrion and Berserkon. And then it's a trickle effect from there. So, Empyrean Magnum is amazing. And not to mention, the name is amazing. Empyrean Magnum, the superconductive battle bot. Say that to yourself. Empyrean Magnum, the superconductive battle bot. It's just a fun name to say. So now, going forward, I have 2. Excuse me, I should have got some water because I'm recording this right after my Crystron deck. But anyway, you have 2 First of the Dragons because you have 6 vanillas. And First of the Dragons requires 2 normal monsters to summon and Polymerization. This card is unaffected by monster effects, all monster effects, and cannot be destroyed by a monster by battle, by an effect monster by battle. So, during the last regional I went to, there was a time where this card saved my butt, and I built up my hand. And then when they finally got over, I don't think they ever got over it because they didn't have an effect monster. But when I felt comfortable, I went in. Gamma, Beta, Alpha, I did all my plays. Mind you, I didn't have Delta, so the deck isn't as fluid as it was. Can you get down? Okay, thank you. Wasn't as fluid then as it is now. But First of the Dragons is a really nice contingency plan. Not to mention, it's like, is it 9? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 9. It's a level 9 monster. It's like godlike. But yeah, 2,700 attack, 2,000 defense, can't be destroyed by monster effects, it's unaffected by all monster effects, and can't be destroyed by battle with an effect monster. In this meta, this card is amazing, and that's why I love running my vanillas, because it's just a nice splashable card you can put in. Now, if you're not using Organic Guardian, you're playing the deck wrong. If you're not playing them at 3, you're playing the deck wrong. This card, even though it only has 1600 attack, can save your behind. You detach a monster during either player's turn, you detach a material, you can target a monster on the field, its attack goes to 0, and its effect is negated. If they summon something you don't like, you can detach Organic Guardian, negate the effect, and its attack goes to 0 so it can't attack on that turn. If you use Organic Guardian effect during your turn, you can use a secondary effect. On your turn, you can target one monster on the field that has 0 attack and destroy it. It's so free! It's so freaking free! And I wasn't aware of this. I saw this yesterday at my local, but if you get 2 Organic Guardians on the field and they're just dead, you can overlay them into that number F0 Utopia thing. I don't have it yet, but after I saw it yesterday, I want it. And I will put more focus into my Organic Guardians, because then after I detach them, I can just overlay them into number F0. And it's such a good monster. Like, you can attack. It can be destroyed by battle. You take no effect damage. You take no battle damage from this card. And when you're attacking a monster, you can take control of it, and then you can attack with that monster. And then it goes back. But it's like, it's free. It's freaking free. It's free. It's free! It's godlike. So, Organic Guardian, if you're not using this in your magnet deck, you're playing it wrong. Now, this card I only have 1 of, but I might bump it to 2. We have number 55, Go Goliath. Overlay 2 I was talking about this earlier, but like I said, you overlay any level 4 monsters into this thing. All monsters you control gain 800 attack, defense, 800 defense. So that means that he has 2,000, and that doesn't count for while he has a material. That's his inherent effect. All monsters I control gain 800 defense. So Valkyrion can be a 4650 butt monster. Yeah. But his second effect, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, and then target 1 level 4, level 4 Earthlock type monster. So you choose Delta, you send Delta to the graveyard, and then you bring it back with the effect. But you get to use Delta's effects anyway, because it was sent to the graveyard. You banish any level 3, you get out Valkyrion the Magnet Warrior. And then you still have Delta back in your hand, and you can summon again if you can that turn, and you can send another Magnet Warrior to the graveyard. It's free. Like, this deck is so free. There's no drawback. It just works. It just works. Oh my god, it's so good. You can only use the effect once a turn, obviously, but still. And not to mention, when you summon it, it's 2400 attack. Yeah. Yeah. Because otherwise, you're not going to be really attacking with any of the Magnet Warriors. You're going to be trying to get out your big plays, your Empyrean, your Berserkon, your Valkyrions, your First to Dragons, and all them. So being able to overlay your weaker monsters into a 2400 monster, that can help you get out some situations. Not to mention, if you want to summon him defense, he gets all monsters in your field get 800 defense from this card. So that's why I'm thinking about bumping them to 2, because if I can get 2 of them out, I can summon them both in defense, and they're 2800 defense each themselves. And if I have my Magnet Warriors on the field, like, it's going to be harder for you to get over them. So, it's really great. Going to what I was talking about earlier, though, we have number 16, Shockmaster. This card is really good. Another level 4 play. You need 3 level 4 monsters in order to make it, but again, it's free in this deck. So you summon Shockmaster. I got this one actually from Jump. It was actually a free trade. He just gave it. I'm like, oh, I'll take it. Give me that. But what is it? Once a turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card, and then target and declare one card type: monster, spell, or trap. During your opponent's next turn, they cannot activate that type of card. So no monster effects, no spell cards, no trap cards. They can't activate it, and you can do it during your turn. And you have a 2200 monster on the field. What is it? They cannot activate that type of card or spell or trap. Cannot be activated. But yeah. Or if monster cannot activate its effects. So yeah, it negates all effects. They can still summon and whatnot, but they can't activate any effects. So if you have a good lead, you have a good situation. Let's say that play from I keep talking about it. Let's say you got the godlike play. Gamma in a beta, ties the brethren, get all 4, you tag out all of them 4 to 4, and they don't destroy all of them. You can overlay 3 of them into Shockmaster, you can negate one card your opponent may want to activate, and then you can special summon until the end of the next turn. Cannot activate the effect until the end of your opponent's next turn. So they can't even activate it during your turn. So you summon Shockmaster, you either bait out a Silent Warning or Bottomless, because you want to negate that right then, don't want to be weighed down, or you're allowed to negate anything, and then you summon Empyrean Magnum, Berserkon, and then you can just go ham. And then I need another Shockmaster. I need another Shockmaster. It's so good. So now the rest of these cards, they're really just contingency. Like this one I could probably take out from the Go Goliath, and this one, like, I don't really use them, but they're there just in case. Like, Diamond Dire Wolf has come in handy. There's been times where there are cards I can't get over or want to destroy immediately. So, Diamond Dire Wolf, I summon him, and then I detach 2 materials. I target one beast monster I control, one beast warrior, or wind beast monster, such as Diamond Dire Wolf. Destroy it, and, wait, no, I detach 1 XYZ material, 1. So, yeah, I detach them. I summon, I target 1 card my opponent controls, and my beast monster, which is him, and I destroy them both. So you can also use that in a Zodiac deck, actually. You could target one Beast Warrior or Wind Beast, and Diamond Dire Wolf. I'm sorry, the Zodiacs are Beast Warriors. But anyway, so I have him for contingency plans. Steel Swarm Vulture, I was talking about him earlier. If you are able to, you can stop an overlay. So you can stop a summon of a level 5 or higher monster, which are what mostly this game is made out of. You have number 39, Utopia. I don't have Prime or Lightning or any of them because I don't have them. So I'm sorry. I probably would have it because why not? But I have Utopia. You can detach a material. You can stop an attack. You can do that 2 times. I have Wind Up Zenmaines. I have never summoned it, honestly. Like, I've never put Zenmaines over Gorgonic Guardian, so I'll probably just swap him out for either Go Goliath or what is it, Shockmaster. Also, Levier, I have used that very rarely, but it allows you to special summon a detaching material, and it allows you to special summon a level 4 or lower monster from Banished, so you can special summon it to your field. And so, of course, when you're banishing a lot, you want to use that. And of course, we have Ghost Rick Alucard, again, something that I rarely use. Why is this off center? Get centered. I'm sorry for that being off center. But yeah, I have Ghost Rick Alucard, a card that I rarely use, but I have used it a few times. Like, my opponent would set a card, so I would just summon Alucard and destroy it, and it turns out it was a really good situation for me. I destroyed it. So yeah, that's basically the deck. I've talked about plays the entire time, so there's no reason for me to go over like in-game plays. Like, I still think, like I said, if you can open up Ties of the Brethren, if you want to put Ties of the Brethren at 3, by all means do it. I'm not going to be mad, because I mean, it's a really good startup card. But all you need really is Gamma. All you really need is Gamma, the Electromagnet Warrior, another Electromagnet Warrior, and Ties of the Brethren. And that's arguably your best play, your start play in this entire deck. But if you guys enjoyed the deck profile, please remember to show your support and share it out with your friends. And also hit that like button for me. I want to get the video to exceed 500 likes. Let's see if we can make that happen. Check out all my other deck profiles. Yesterday I uploaded a deck profile of what is it? My Crystron deck that I've been talking about like so much. So I'm really happy to have that deck profile up. If you guys have any suggestions for that deck or this deck, let me know in the comment section below. But for now, it's time for me to dip. Stay hot, guys, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and check out Yugioh Duel Links. I'm uploading that on the weekends now. That's my new weekend LP. So if you guys want Yugioh Duel Links content, check that out. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey.